Hi Andrew and Ashley, this is Jasmine from Sprout SEO Solutions, and I just wanted to shoot this quick video to talk to you about how you can get more traffic to your websites and in turn get some more customers. So let's get started. I have your website pulled up here, and first off, it's really nicely designed. We've got a nice header navigation here, we've got some good imagery. I like that these are going to link out to different products. We've got some content here, which is good, and I'll touch on that in a minute. I love that you have reviews, even though we don't really see them displayed on this first page here, but the fact that they're on your site is good because we know that in the service industry, social proof is everything. We've got a little bit more content here, galleries, and we've got a nice contact form. So all in all, you've got a really nicely designed site. I do see we've got the reviews here in the bottom corner. The only thing that I would say is that it could use some more content on it. And now the reason I say this is because we know that Google likes to see roughly 1,500 words of content per page. And now this is because Google has what are called crawlers. And what these crawlers do is they read through the content on your website and they use that to better understand what your website is about. Now, when we talk about content, it's really important that we also talk about keywords. Now, let me explain a little bit about what keywords are. Say someone needs flooring work done, but they don't have a company in mind, they don't know where to go. They might go onto Google and search something along the lines of flooring companies near me, flooring contractors, Farmington Hills, Michigan, flooring services, Michigan. All of these are different examples of keywords. And now when you have relevant keywords spread throughout the content on your website, Google starts to understand that your website and your services as a business, right, should be associated with those keywords. This is important because it means when someone searches for those types of keywords on Google, Google will know that your website is one that should be popping up as a result. I went ahead and did a quick Google search for flooring contractors, Farmington Hills, Michigan, just as an example of a keyword that you might want to be ranking for. I'm going to ignore this bit right here because these are just ads, which means someone is paying to be there. And really, I want to point out this area here called the Google Map Pack. Now, you guys are currently ranking first in the Google Map Pack, which is incredible. And the reason I say this is because we know that 30 to 40% of traffic will end up clicking on one of these top 3 companies here and going to their website. This is because it's the first thing that pops up in the results, so it's the easiest for people to click on. So good job, pat yourselves on the back. It's incredible that not only are you in the top 3, but you're number 1, at least for this particular keyword. Now when we scroll past the Google Map Pack, we hit what's called the organic search results, which is another place you would really want your website to be. I'm going to skip these first 3 because they are directories, so you got Angie's List, Yelp. Now technically it is possible to beat these out, but that does take time and just a very detailed SEO plan to get there. And so I want to focus on this first company that pops up here, this Footprints Floors, and we're going to consider them your top online competitor, at least for this particular keyword. So we're going to go ahead and pull up their website here. They've got a contact form immediately, nice video header. But really what I'm interested in is we see they're starting to do some content, and we can see that these are going to link out to different pages. But we've got even more content here, and right here, this right here is actually a keyword and they have it bolded. So hardwood floors in Farmington Hills, that is a keyword right there. So we can see that in this content on their homepage, they are being mindful of the keywords that they're putting in here that they want to rank for, right? We've got more content here explaining their different services, reviews, and still yet more and more content. So I want you to take note of how much content they have on this homepage. I don't know for sure if they're hitting those 1,500 words that Google likes to see, but we can see that they have quite a bit of content, and they do have more content than you do. So this is going to play into why they're able to rank so high. And then one thing I do want to note, this page that they're ranking for this specific keyword is not even their homepage. If we take a look at this, this is actually a location page. So this is looking at service areas. Now I want to show you this paid tool that I use called Ahrefs. It is a search engine optimization tool that I use to analyze different websites. Now I went ahead and threw your competitor in here, and what I really want to focus on are these two scores here, this DR and UR scores. Now DR is just an indicator of how strong Google thinks a website is, and UR is an indicator of how trustworthy it thinks a website is. So Google thinks that this web page in particular is very strong, but they don't trust it too much. And now this is going to come down to the fact that both of these scores are influenced by backlinks. Now backlinks are just a link or a button out on the wild web on any website that is not your own, that when someone clicks on it, it takes them back to your website. Now, I do want to point out again that what we're looking at is a service page. So it's important to note that these subpages in a website, right, they're going to be impacted by the score of the overall website. So if we go ahead and look at just their homepage, we'll get a better idea of how their website's doing overall. We can see they still have that high, strong strength score from Google. The trust score has gone up, and we can see they have 34,000 backlinks. So that is a lot of backlinks coming to this website. They're also ranking for 6,000 keywords. So these are all things to keep in mind when we look at your website rankings, right? And try to figure out what you need to be doing. So I went ahead and threw yours in here. Your strength score is a bit lower, but your UR score, so your trust score, is a bit higher. So that's good because that means Google does trust your website. Now, when we look at backlinks, you only have 920 backlinks, so there's quite a bit of a difference there, and that's going to account for the difference in ranking. But I do want to point out, we can see that your trust score is higher. Oh, just kidding. It's not. But your trust score is really close to your competitors, and I do want to touch on these backlinks. So having a lot of backlinks is good, but it's also really important that we make sure you're getting a good quality backlinks. So they do have 34,000 backlinks. That is a lot to beat out, but something to keep in mind is that not all backlinks are created equal. So not all of their backlinks might be super high quality backlinks. And then also looking at keywords, you are currently ranking for 313, which is also significantly less than your competitor. So it's just something to keep in mind, something to think about when you're trying to plan the content for your website. I do see some branded keywords here, which are good, and you're in the first position for those, but you do want to also think about getting those more broad range keywords, something like this, floors, something for like Farmington Hills, right? It looks like these might be competitors actually, but just those more general keywords are going to help you get picked up and noticed by people who don't already know your brand. So that's everything that I have for this video. I hope that you found it educational and informative. If you have any questions at all or would like to continue talking, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. And even if you don't have any questions, if you could just drop me a line of feedback, let me know what you liked about the video, what you found helpful, I would really appreciate it.